Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Technical Alpha podcast. That's the sound of some pussified alcohol that I'm going to just, yum yum. It's Thursday. All day today. It's February the 7th?
Yep.
2019. This is a Moosehead, which you could stop at that and you know what's going on here. But it's a Rattler grapefruit.
Grapefruit. It's delicious.
You know, it's a good move for Moosehead because their actual beer doesn't taste like anything but water, so putting fruit juice in it,
it's a perfect match.
now it's a match made in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're just drinking grapefruit juice.
Literally.
Is what this is. Yep. That's grapefruit.
Yep.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is another Technical Alpha podcast. It has been, thank God some of these topics actually have like a chance at expanding into something because this has been a slow week. There have been a couple of big things, but not a lot of things. But we always make it work.
We'll make it work,
man. We'll make it work. We're good at this. We're good at talking about bullshit for long periods of time. It's
Why
almost
not?
like somebody should pay us to do it.
Patreon/LAGTV.
Farming Simulator 2019 esports. You need to fill that dead air? We got you.
We've been
filling dead air for 7 years.
That's what we do.
Actually, it's like 8 now. God. That's right. It's been like almost 8. Well, no, it will be 8 end of the year, I guess, technically speaking. So it was 2010 end of the year. So yes. A little longer yet.
No, I don't have the pylon, so you do your thing.
Oh, you got to get the pylon in there.
It's right there. So
There you go.
just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like a podcast without the pylon.
That sub is hitting me like a ton of bricks.
Ready to go down.
I'm ready to go down.
And then when you have your beer juice,
I'm definitely going down.
you'll be sleeping.
I'm not getting back up. I went in when I was at the Subway and I was standing in line. The girl putting the order together was let's go with youthful and full of energy. And like the kind of energy where you were like, where are you pulling this energy from?
It's the kind of energy that if you're not in a certain type of energy headspace, that you
just
actually
never have.
it'll annoy you.
Yes, which is
It's
almost where I was.
Yeah, it's like, no, stop.
But I said out loud to her, I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I wish I had your energy right now because I was standing in that line and I'm the type of tired where my right eye's like drooping. I look like I had a stroke.
Nice.
And like I was, my eyes sunk in the back of my head and I was just trying to survive because I hadn't eaten anything and this was going on like 4:30 or whatever in the afternoon and I hadn't eaten anything all day. And I knew as soon as I ate the sub, I said to her, I'm going down for the count. And the sub goes in. I ate that and here we are, and now I'm getting that
Beer juice.
Moosehead beer juice into my system.
I got a whole 12-pack of that. I've been drinking it last couple nights.
Ever been to India? Driver India.
Yeah, Driver India. Adam, how was your week?
Oh, it was a roller coaster of fun. And we'll leave it at that.
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yes, it was a week.
Nothing overly eventful. Just another regular shitty week. And but we are officially 6 days away.
Yes.
From when baby Kai is due.
That's true.
So, during this podcast,
at any point in time,
we just might have to go.
It might just happen.
Who knows?
It might be go time.
Something tells me though he's gonna be late. I think we're gonna be having this conversation again next week, and be like,
Yes.
he's overdue.
Yes.
he's coming
Next week for sure. If we're on this podcast and Kai hasn't shown up yet,
He's coming.
There's a very good chance that he's coming mid-podcast.
Mid podcast.
Yes.
So
which really that could make for some great podcasting.
hey, that might go viral and finally give us some attention, some much needed attention.
It's true.
Some
it's true.
Some very much needed attention.
A man can dream. I upped the volume for what will be YouTube and Twitch because I had to turn us down because in the mixing it was getting impossible for me to mix it without peaking.
Oh,
But when I listened to YouTube last week, I was like,
couldn't hear.
just trying to hear. So if it's too loud, then we'll figure it out. We'll find that nice balance.
It's all good. We'll figure it out.
Birthing stream, let's go.
I
will
stream.
live cast the 17 hours of labor. I won't be in the room. I'll just live cast it.
Please, God, don't tell me there's going to be 17 hours of labor. Just don't.
It's the first one. There's a really good chance that
me.
by the time she starts, Like you leave here.
Yeah.
She's walking through the kitchen, and all of a sudden there's a lot of water on the ground. To the point that you're back here again, like 24 plus hours.
Fuck. Fuck me. Just fuck me right in the pussy.
There's a good chance. It could also go quick. It's once, but the first kid is
usually... that's what Kayla was saying. It takes a while.
Takes a little while.
Takes a while.
The body isn't there, but like my aunt, second baby came around.
Just falls right out of the vagina.
Just about birthed them in the middle of University Avenue.
Great.
Was like she
just
said, it's go
right
time. Got in. John got in the car. They fucking just gave her the business all the way downtown. They couldn't. There was traffic at the time, so she just gets out the car. She's running across University. There's it's a boulevard, so there's trees in the middle and shit.
Yeah.
She has a massive contraction right in the middle of the street. She goes over to a tree, and John's trying to find parking, and he just looks over and he sees his wife standing next to a tree, hugging it, going, "Ah!" in the middle of University Avenue.
I would just faint. I'd be like, I'm out of this. I'm sorry, but
so he's sitting in traffic looking over, and there's Velvet going, "Ah!" and they got in, and Ben was birthed in like fucking 2 hours.
Great.
Is in and out. Quick, day surgery.
Hey, I hope that happens for me, minus the tree. Just minus the tree. Just let it be 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's the show.
She was like, this kid's coming. I don't got time for parking. She got out the car, got halfway across, and just started hugging trees.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, there you go. That's what could be going down.
What do we got in the world of gaming, Adam?
Video games. Apex Legends.
Oh, we're starting with
We're starting out strong because that's the biggest news this week.
We're gonna peak.
We're gonna peak right here. We're gonna be at the apex, and then we're gonna drop off. Respawn Entertainment, in some crazy move, managed to somehow round two, and I'm still trying to figure out how in today's day and age, keep this game completely off the radar for the entirety of its development. And the only whispers that we heard were like 2 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks now, when some of the big Battle Royale streamers were going away for short periods of time. And it was all, it was NDA stuff. And there were like some whispers about some things. And people were taking stabs, maybe Titanfall, BR. And that was in the last couple, like 2 days before. Then they made the announcement, 24, 48 hours before the live stream. Apex Legends, join us on the live stream, blah, 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 blah. Shows up, boom, there it is. They do the big thing. There was like, on the first day, there was like, 400,000 people on Twitch watching it.
Yeah, they hit 1 million users in like 8 hours or some shit.
Yeah, and that was unique.
Yeah.
And then in this week...
I think they're like 4 million or something now.
10 million. I have right here 10 million this week.
It almost feels like a Fortnite all over again, huh?
And they concurrent peak at 1 mil.
It's a big game.
And that's a game that had no beta.
Nothing.
No alpha, none of this
Nothing.
shit.
Just came out with the business.
And they talked about that was a strategy. Because they said, look, everyone thought we were making Titanfall 3, right? And they thought, they saw the BR thing and they went.
They probably were making Titanfall 3.
No, they weren't. They wanted they obviously it was in as an option when Battle Royale started.
Definitely will be an option now that they're
up.
making some money.
Well, when Battle Royale picked up, we all know, like you made reference last week, Titanfall got fucked.
Yep.
EA literally fucked Titanfall 2 royally. And so when BR came up, the developer, Respawn guys were looking at it and they were talking about this in the interview. They said, look, or not the interview, this was on the live stream where they were talking about it and said, we saw it and we said, we want to do this because we think we can do this better than everyone else. And in all honesty, as Respawn Entertainment, that's not the most bold assumption. That's probably not.
Facts.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
It's Respawn.
Yeah.
So, but they wanted to do it differently than everyone else because they were seeing that people were doing
the same
shit over and over again. They liked some ideas from certain ones here and there, but nobody had really brought those ideas together, made them work, do it big, and they wanted to do that. So they went and did it. And they didn't tell anyone about it because their ideas were, they saw how it's been going how it went for PUBG. They saw how it even went towards, more recently, even though obviously it was, the game would have been far into the development at that point, but how it went for Blackout, even for a AAA studio, into betas and stuff, and it all was just shit in the bed.
Yep.
And even how Fortnite kind of stumbled into their position, all of it. They said, And not just even in the BR market, but games in general, with the pre-release and talking up a big game, and then here comes the day, and then shit goes tits up, and you just talked a big game for a long time, and now people hate you.
Yep.
So they said, fuck all that.
Yep.
We want to build this game until we think it's ready to go. Yeah, it's going to have some problems, obviously, because they haven't been able to give it out to a large audience, but they were bringing in streamers, Battle Royale folks, and other shooter people from communities, having them work alongside of them in the background. Released this bad boy, and they smashed the marketing. They did the live stream,
Bro.
They said it's available right now,
Dude, they didn't fuck.
for free.
They didn't fuck around.
Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all at the same time.
They didn't fuck
So
around.
go play it right now. And the closest thing to like server issues, there was a couple of little hiccups. One, so many people tried to download the game
Dude,
simultaneously
Steam went to shit.
that it took what was Origin, because it was only available on Origin.
Oh, okay.
They took a
Or Origin, yes.
yeah, on
that's
Origin.
right.
And Origin servers are good. Like download
Dude,
speeds are fucking quick.
Dude, I downloaded the game. I was getting 49 megabytes per second.
yes, no, they're good.
49.
The problem is you get like on Apex for everyone, the first 50% was like fucking instantaneously, and then the next 50% was like you get waves of connection speed.
Oh, mine downloaded perfectly.
I downloaded it on the first day. I don't know.
Oh,
if you
no,
did.
I didn't. I downloaded mine yesterday.
So yeah, this was just the first day.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I mean. One of the few things that happened was the download servers got slammed.
Obviously.
However, mine eventually downloaded. It didn't take me that long. You know, it was like I think it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something like that.
Mine took me 15 minutes.
Yeah, if I downloaded it as fast as the first 50%,
Yeah.
would have been about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone else also kind of had that issue, but it got going. Shroud had over 100,000 people watching him. Doc was over 50, 60,000 people watching him.
Yeah, all the big
Everyone
guys.
big just going in big. And of course, it looks good because you got Shroud playing it, and not only do they like playing it, but this was the really good thing for Respawn. They all fucking like the game. This wasn't I'm playing a game just because I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
They had input on this game going in.
Yeah.
They're playing this game now, and they like it. And
Yeah.
these are some of the most picky motherfuckers.
Well, and they probably like it even more so. It's I think it's listen, I haven't played the game yet. I'm going to try it out tomorrow. People were bugging me yesterday to play. I've been playing Realm Royale. I'm a Realm whore, and I've gotten really good at Realm, so it's like really sad for me to like play something else right now because and they got a Realm tournament coming up that I'm going to play in, but
yeah.
I really don't okay. I'll get back to the good.
Yeah.
Apex crushed this. They literally came out of nowhere.
Very little went wrong.
Which is what you needed to do, because also BRs are in a stage right now where they're kind of stale, where people are like, Fortnite is trying every fucking thing. Like Fortnite is coming out with weird things 24/7. I mean, they're still they're still killing it. I mean, fuck.
They know their audience.
Their creative thing that they've done is like,
the audience for Apex and Fortnite, very different audience.
Apex is almost like the Fortnite for adults.
Yes.
Right? It really
classes.
yes, with classes, which we would talk about. But one thing that Apex did really, really well, that I think a lot of companies are probably going to take suit. Not only did they keep it in secrecy for the most part, so they caught people off guard.
Yeah.
Which is what gamers kind of it's always nice to have a surprise come up.
Yeah.
A pleasant surprise.
In today's
right?
day and age, it's almost like it never happens.
And just never happened. So
let alone a positive one.
Not only are you like, whoa, this Apex is free?
Yeah.
All platforms? Anybody can play right now? Yes, I'm gonna try this out. But on top of that, they were flying out people.
Yep.
They were getting people's inputs.
Yep.
Prominent people that are going to be the ones that's going to push their game, because let's be real, Twitch makes these games. Period.
And they're people that know shooters and they know
exactly.
Battle Royale.
Exactly.
That's the good input.
And then on top of that, not only did they do that, their servers held out extremely well. There has been very
hiccup.
But
some people dropped out. But when you think about all the
you can't even get mad at it. You can't even get mad at it. You're just like,
think of Black Ops' launch.
Oh fuck!
They cut the server tick rate in half. Everything
show.
was a fucking gong show.
Yeah.
PUBG, you still can't even get into a fucking lobby with somebody.
You buy Black Ops. You're like, I'll play in 4 days.
Yeah.
Right. This game was like, you're getting in. You're gonna play. You might have some small hiccups there, but they did a good job. But what else they did is they paid these streamers. I can imagine that they probably paid these streamers unholy.
It would have had to have been EA, because Respawn's not exactly swimming in it after the Titanfall 2 problem.
EA
yeah.
probably paid these streamers and are still paying these streamers.
Oh, good money. Very good money.
So you look at that, and I'll be honest. When I first heard about this game and I saw all the streamers playing it, and I looked at all their titles, and it's like hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, hashtag ad. I'm like, okay, these guys are getting paid to have fun. Because let's be real. If you're getting paid $50,000, $20,000 to play a game for an afternoon, a weekend, or whatever, because believe it or not, people, these guys are getting paid likely tens of thousands of dollars, easily.
Yeah,
I mean, probably someone like Shroud in the six figures to be playing this game, because you gotta, and he's worth every goddamn. And if he's not getting paid that much, his manager or his agent
doing a bad job,
doing a horrible job. Because
doing a bad job.
When a guy like that is holding 100,000 concurrent, and you've got that much influence,
there's not very many people better at shooters than Shroud,
and he's the god of shooters. So
he
when
makes your game look good. If it's a good game, he's going to show that it's a good game. Right?
So exactly. So when I first saw this, I kind of wrote the game off in terms of, oh, it's another battle royale game. It's one that people are being paid. You know, in fucking a week and a half, it's gonna go. Done. It's gonna go back. There'll be people that'll linger and play it, but the big guys will go back to Fortnite and PUBG and whatever other, CS:GO or whatever other game they're known for, Sea of Thieves or whatever. But then I started to watch the game a little bit, and I was like, okay, whoa, this game's actually good.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, okay, these guys are getting paid. Of course they're not going to go, especially if they were flown out and they had input.
They're not going to say bad things.
It's kind of like the movie business where it's like, hey, we'll fly you out to LA. We'll put you in a nice hotel. We'll give you a private screening. You're going to be there at the Stars, and then go ahead and give you a review afterwards on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Chances are you might have one guy that'll stick to his integrity, but the vast majority of them, it's a great time. 2 thumbs up.
You're at least giving it
a
bump.
What you do in those situations, and I know this from experience, you just talk about the great things about the game. You just don't talk about the bad stuff. Yeah. Right? You're just like, oh man, this is really awesome. This part's really awesome. But you don't talk about the things that annoy you, right? You just leave that out. Oh, or you give these nice, it'd be nice to see this, or it'd be so cool if they added this. It's a way of critiquing it without being negative, which still makes it, because when you're a streamer and you go, man, I'm having a fucking blast, or you go, whoa, shit, that was crazy. People in the stream is like, yeah, it's crazy, bro. I'm downloading that shit right now, bro. Like that's the way. That's how it goes. That's actually how it goes. Yeah. If you're playing the game, you're like, what the fuck? That was dumb. You got people going, yeah, that was fucking stupid, bro.
It takes 2 seconds.
It just takes
in a chat like Shrouds with so many people, like 3 people say it, and then it's just like
it's a mountain. But then I'm watching these streams, but all good things are coming. Then I'm realizing that, wow, this game actually doesn't suck.
Then it starts popping up on social media. And it's like other names that aren't involved going, I've been playing this shit.
It's fire.
Non-stop.
And I'm going, okay, all right then. You piqued my interest. I'm going to install it, and I'm going to try it out tomorrow. So, Twitch is sheepy confirmed.
She has sheeple.
Sheeple. It's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth.
People just like being involved with something. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. If they see it and they even have like a little bit of a leaning towards that,
they're gonna go with
it. Jump on.
Yeah.
Very few people walk into a fucking party at a house.
Yeah.
Look for the smallest group of people and go hang out over there. They look for where the biggest group of people and go, that's where the fun is.
Exactly.
And go over there.
So Apex. So far, so good. Are they going to be a heavy hitter for the next 3 to 6 months?
We're never going to know until 3 or 6 months.
We won't know until 3 to 6 months. But I think if there is, I called the Fortnite biz before Fortnite. When I first started playing Fortnite, I'm like, dude, this game's going to destroy PUBG. This game's going to be so fucking big. And at the time, there was like nobody fucking playing the game. There was like the odd person. I'm like, dude, this game's fire. This game's gonna be big. And then it fucking blew up. I'm at the point now where the battle royale genre is so saturated, and there's so much.
But Fortnite is so big. It's not that saturated. It's just that we've had like the releases really close to each other. Yeah.
I suppose, but there's enough options
out
there.
Feeling saturated.
It feels pretty saturated.
Yeah.
That I just don't know if Apex is going to be the thing that's going to dethrone Fortnite.
I don't think they care if they do.
I don't think so either, and that's.
I don't think they're trying.
And I don't think you can at this point either.
They're not even games that like we already said. The market for those 2 games.
Oh, they're 2 totally different markets.
Totally different markets.
Yeah,
there's some crossover, but the majority of Fortnite is young kiddies.
The kiddies that are playing Fortnite, they're going to try out Apex because their favorite streamer's trying it out, and then they're going to go, I suck at this game, or this is just
back to Fortnite.
Yeah, I want to just build a wall.
Yep.
I want to build something.
Yep.
I want to Minecraft it up in my BR, right? So they're just going to go back to that. I think Apex is going to create some new stars. I think that there's an opportunity probably for people to do some content on Apex if it continues to get big. It could turn into an esport of some sort.
Oh, they're gonna have an esport like now.
Yeah.
In fact, I think next week they already have an.
I know they have like a
$50,000
$50,000. Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be all the big streamers getting paid more money to play the game.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's what you do in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
You don't go, all right, Joe Schmo, come on in. They're going to do big streamers to bring the eyeballs in. But what will be telling for the esport is what are the observation?
Yeah, what
controls
is
like?
it? What does it look like?
How is it going to work as a castable thing? Because that's a totally different fucking ball game, right?
Yeah.
And anyone going into the battle royale segment, especially for like Respawn, they've already been thinking about this as an esport a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm going to try it out tomorrow. I think Adam's going to try it out tomorrow or the day after, whenever you get to it.
Yeah, it'll be in the next couple days for sure. I would imagine at least play it a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been watching a fair chunk of it to get an idea of it. I started getting like a little waffly on it when I saw so much positive talk, because it was hard for me to separate who was talking out their ass and who was being paid.
People also want to just like something other than Fortnite.
Exactly.
I think people are just over Fortnite, like how much it's been shoved down your throat.
And I think, and then some of it for me was how much of this is the honeymoon phase before it really,
and it still might be the honeymoon phase, right?
And some of it's definitely honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
there's some problems with it, but and people will be, when you say that Apex is really fucking good and they did such a good job with it, the first thing that I see a lot of people say is it's got balance problems. Yeah. Well, no shit. This is the first time, excuse me, that Rattler going down strong, nice and smooth. That a large group of people are playing the game.
Yep.
How in the fuck are you supposed to come out when nobody's even known about your game until launch day, and then they go out and they have a launch so smooth that in the first like 4 days, 10 million people have come through with 1 million concurrent, with very minimal fucking server problems or anything, and somebody still has to go, but there's some balance problems. Of course there are. The challenge will be how fast, or it's not even with speed, it's when they do make the changes.
Yeah.
Are they good changes?
Are they good changes?
Right now, the main thing seems to be, because the time to kill is relatively long, the ammo is a bit sparse. That's not the hardest thing in the fucking world to fix. If our biggest problem right now is that the ammo can be a bit sparse and sliding is a bit wonky, I'd say we're doing pretty fucking well.
We're off to a great start.
I watched the doc accidentally find out, jumping off a fucking like 5-story building, looking down because he had a shotgun going in at somebody, and he was playing the robot, so he has a grapple arm, and he went to grapple the ground to get there faster. And the guy moved, and he found out accidentally while jumping off a 5-story building that you can grapple other people, and it pulled the dude towards him while he was going down, and before he couldn't realize it fast enough because could have meleeed him. It would have been the greatest kill of all fucking time. But like, this game is polished enough that even something like grappling a motherfucker, jumping off a building and everything accidentally look good. There's so little wrong. And people, like, I want people to do is I want you to restrain yourselves from knee-jerk shit. Just once! This is the Respawn team. They make the best shooters in the goddamn world. These are people that have been shafted for like fucking 8 years with one of the greatest shooter franchises that should have ever been. And now we get this chance to come out. Don't nitpick the shit. Don't hold it in. If there's a problem, be like, hey, you know what? Send your report in that they're asking for. And let them figure it out, because they're going to be able to do it. These guys are the best in the business.
If they can keep it quiet and come up with a great game and do all this, trust me, they're going to be able to balance the game as well. Give it some time. Just give it some time.
Just let them breathe a bit. Just enjoy the fact that a game came out and you could play the motherfucker. And it played like a finished thing with no beta, no alpha, none of this other marketing bullshit where it's like, we're going to do this for like 6-9 months.
We're going to see how well this sells.
See how well this goes over. We're going to pre-sell you to fuck. They just dropped this bitch in one day for free, all the shit is fucking cosmetic. You can earn all that money in game. You don't have to spend a goddamn dollar. It looks good. It plays well. Dude, some of the mechanics are fire. I know you haven't watched a lot of it, but you can bring back your squad kind of like in like in Realm Royale. Here's the difference though. It feels fucking epic when you get brought back. I was watching Vis and Doc and Crafty play, and Vis pulled a fucking miracle. He had a revolver that he was like, I'm feeling this fucking revolver. Slow ass gun, but Vis is like a monster. So Doc was Doc, and he went a little ham because he always goes a little ham. Got himself in some shit, and he died because he was reloading and he got fucking popped on. And then unfortunately, Crafty also went down in the meanwhile. Vis by himself, squad kills, grabs their tags, goes to a respawn tower, puts their shit in one at a time. They come in on a fucking dropship that you come in the beginning of the game. It flies your ass in. Everyone on the map can see you. You can see the map. So they're flying in. You're seeing fights and shit happening still. You jump out of that fucking plane down there. You have no gear. It's like you start the game all over again. You can loot your corpse if you're close enough to it, but it's not a guaranteed thing. But what it means is that if one person on your team clutches it, you can get back in the fucking game.
It's just like Realm. I like that.
Yeah. The difference is Realm, you just kind of show up and you're like in chicken form, and people are always around it because you have to get rezzed at a place where they craft things as well.
Yeah.
So it's multi-purpose. So it's a little too fucking
it's a little
busy.
Yeah, it gets busy.
So it's, but it's the idea is that it lets you clutch it, and on top of clutching it, it fucking looks badass. Because you're watching on the map, you can see you're like, oh, somebody's coming back in the fucking game.
All right.
Take it a step further. Kill leader in the match, they got like their banners and shit up where you can see that shit.
Yeah, I saw all that shit. It's like the Hunger Games. Literally,
and they have like little
games.
audio bits that's all tied in. So one of my biggest gripes with Realm is it's so goddamn quiet all the time. It feels like I'm playing a friggin' alpha build of a game at all times because the animations are garbage and you hear nothing like the whole fucking goddamn match.
He's going in on
literally dead silence.
He's going in.
Like the whole time. But in Black Ops, it was kind of the opposite where there was so much going on. They were like, we just need to like toss in butterflies taking a shit in the woods. Like we need like all this like little fuckery, and then every time like sit rep, fucking blah, 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 just coming in shit, and it just sounded so camp. But they've managed to find a way in Apex to kind of like from an audio level make everything in the game feel like it's in constant motion, but you don't get overt silence, and you don't get bombarded constantly with shit that you don't necessarily want or need to hear. There is very little that I can see wrong with this game when I play it.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm not good at these games. I'm not going to be the one to tell you if it's good or bad. You want to know if it's good or bad? Ask Shroud. Ask Vis. Ask Halifax. He was playing it the other day. These are all guys who are actually good at shooters and have played these Battle Royale games for 8 hours a day for a couple of years now. Ask them if it's really a competent shooter, because they're going to be able to tell you. But from me, looking at it from the outside in, God damn. God damn.
All right. Well, enough of
we're gonna
Apex.
see.
We'll see.
As a side note to Apex, a couple things from me. I wish it's not that I kind of wish I was disappointed when they didn't have the parkour feature from Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you were in pilot mode out of your mech and running around Titanfall and you were running on walls,
they said it wasn't
and shit,
balanced.
They tried it. And I knew they would have tried it, and I trust them. I trust their judgment, especially because there's class systems. If there weren't class systems, then I would definitely have wanted that to be a thing. So I get it. I just miss it because I thought it was so unique and it played so fucking well in Titanfall that it felt, I always wanted Titanfall to do well. So when this came out and is getting so much attention, I was like, oh God, I fucking wish Titanfall had gotten this kind of attention. I knew the mechs weren't going to happen. Good luck balancing that shit.
Yeah, fuck that. Mechs
Not in a million years.
Mechs are dumb anyway.
But regardless, in that same vein here, EA, or no, we got a split off here of a couple things. How do I write this down? They're saying that EA is saying that there is a Titanfall game coming.
Of course,
because people saw this and they went, but where's my mainline Titanfall? And then in the interviews and stuff, they were saying that Titanfall 3, they just didn't work on it. It's not in development. And then EA comes out and says, fear not, there is a, whatever this means, a premium Titanfall game coming soon. Which just sounds like mobile or some shit.
I hope not.
Because it's not Respawn doing it. Respawn's been making this, so what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they're going back to Titanfall 2 and adding an expansion or something now that there's all kinds of hype around this game, people might be more inclined to download it and give it a try. Which could be some quick, easy money. So who knows? Who knows?
So that was out of EA's mouth?
Yeah, fuck EA. Let's yeah.
You know who I wish said fuck EA?
Who?
Disney. Unfortunately, and this is my next note here, Disney's CEO came out and said, hey, we're happy with how EA's doing with Star Wars.
That don't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. And when I read it, I had the same face that you just made, and I think everyone else had that same face where they went,
okay.
Excuse me?
All right. Well.
They bombed every single fucking game, lost money, shit on your reputation to the point where you had to come down and tell them to stop fucking it up. And you're going to say that you're pleased with how this is going?
Okay.
Excuse me? So now people are trying to dissect that and go, so what is he really saying here?
I think he might be saying there's another game coming from EA because, I have no idea. Anyway. I don't even have a rebuttal for it, Adam. I don't even have a rebuttal.
I didn't expect you to.
It's just dumb.
It's just crazy.
It's just dumb.
And now EA had a reasonable quarter. Unfortunately, they didn't meet their sales targets for Battlefield 5. Can't possibly imagine why that would be. Now that is a shocking. Who would have thought that Battlefield 5 wouldn't have done all that hot?
Well, with Apex now, I'm sure they'll be hunky dory.
They're all in on that bad boy. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, so their stock took a little dip because they missed their earnings mark, of course.
Be a good time to buy it with Apex coming out.
Here's the other. No, as long as FIFA's still propping that company up, I ain't touching EA stock with 150 fucking thousand foot pole.
I suppose.
Because as soon as that collapses, well, EA's actually just dead.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the
and
folded.
It's gone.
EA said they blamed the fact that there was they basically blamed single player, which didn't really happen in Battlefield 5 all that much. But they blamed that for the poor sales.
Okay.
I had a similar face.
It's just denial, man.
It's just denial.
It's just denial.
It's
dude.
denial.
It's dumb.
This is
they fucked.
We try so hard, and then it's just the single player just doesn't sell.
Ever since they announced it, and they had the girl shit come up, and it was all this fuckery, you just knew just
they're
gonna be
fucking.
They just fucked up, man.
Yep.
That's all that was.
Yep.
What's next?
Denial. It's a river in Egypt. Let's see. This is a bold prediction on sales. You ready for this?
Okay.
BioWare. Anthem. It's a game that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people forgot about it because Apex came out.
A lot of people are forgetting about a lot of games right now.
But Anthem is coming. And BioWare standing up there went, hey, guys, we know that a lot of people are a little concerned about this game right now, and they're not 100% as to really how this is going to play out, and you don't really know about all the systems because the beta had like 1/1000th of the game, and nobody can really tell what the fuck they're buying, and then, that's a little concerning. But hear us out. We think we're going to sell 6 million units in the first couple weeks.
This is the face of the podcast today.
It's the same face as
really? Oh. It's aggressive.
That's a bold claim.
That's so
bold.
I mean, that's some balls right there. Just a smooth 6 million.
6 million units.
I mean, I don't know how many pre-orders they have, but they ought to have like 5 million pre-orders right now. For them,
5.9.
That is, I mean, at a
full
AAA title price. This ain't a free-to-play game.
No.
And you want to sell how
the
fast?
First week or two?
6 mil.
6 million copies. On the backs of a shaky beta where people aren't really super positive about it.
Woo! That's starting to sound like some shit where you're going, you know what? I really think
I mean, if it happens, that's great for them.
I really think Saul.
But that is crazy.
I really think Saul 15 is going to have a 3-day opening weekend of 250 million.
Let's go. 1 billion global lifetime box office. Saw 15.
I mean, hey, you know what? If they can do it, congratulations. That is one hell of an accomplishment. I think Anthem, if I had to guess, in the first week, I think it's going to sell just under 3 million copies.
That's about what I said. Was
Yep. Between 2.5 and 3 million in the first week.
I said I'd
would
be
be
shocked if they
very
crack
healthy.
5.
Would
Like
be
if-
very healthy.
Yeah, if they crack 5,
Oh,
I'll
that's
be
incredible.
Super
I mean,
impressed.
5's a lot. That's 5 million copies in the first week. When nobody's talking about Anthem like they're talking about Apex.
This is a new
They
IP.
didn't have this. Listen, have we not forgot about Mass Effect?
Well, that's what
Is
I'm
this just a
saying.
short-term memory loss? Have you
is-
guys not forgotten?
BioWare's not coming. This is a new IP from BioWare in a space where people are already fucking putting up with Destiny and The Division. The beta didn't go over all that hot. The first one was a complete write-off. The second one was kind of luke fucking warm. You had the most positive streamers on Twitch. I was watching some of these streamers, and they were desperately trying to remain positive the whole time. It was a lot of ifs and just hypotheticals and oh God, please, and it looks so good, and I'm sure it's gonna be great, and but at the end of the day, you're watching it, you're going, this looks boring as fuck. It looks so boring. It looks good, but it looks boring.
It was on the level of watching two old grandparents have missionary sex.
Something like that.
It's like, wow, those old people are fucking. But wait a second, they're old and it's missionary.
Yep. Fuck.
That's what that was. That's what that was.
The wife had plastic surgery because it's a good-looking game, so we have to at least squeak that in.
All right.
She knows a doctor in California.
Great. Awesome. 6 million? No.
No.
I don't think so.
If they
If they do, I'll slow clap here on the podcast.
Absolutely.
And I'll buy a copy. You hear it? They hit 6 million. You got my money. I'll buy it.
Cloakheart's got it. It's actually more like watching a 10 out of 10 just starfish it.
There you go. It's a 10 out of 10.
But
it's
just
starfishing.
Not putting any effort in.
It's not that much fun.
No.
Pretty to look at.
But starfishing.
Yep. Oh, well. It is what it is.
So we'll see how that plays out. I actually have no interest in Anthem at this point.
I don't either.
I have zero.
I have more interest in Apex right now than Anthem.
I had some interest around E3 time because I was like, all right, this is BioWare. They're going to try and mix it up. They're going to get the story in. It's going to be what Destiny needed to be, but continues to not be, and that would be great. And I think there's a big market for it. And then as time went on, and we were seeing less and less of the game, it was like the more of the same shit being shown over and over again.
Yep.
And we see the beta comes out, and the first one's a fucking wash.
It's a snooze fest, Adam.
It's
just
just-
say it what it is.
is.
It's not impressive.
No.
It's not impressive, and it should.
At least not what we're seeing.
At least not what we're seeing.
If it
Exactly.
comes out and they've been holding back some absolute
Then once
holy
again-
grail,
then once again,
but
congratulations.
why would you do that?
You don't do that in this day and age,
You
for
can't.
Christ's sake. You
No.
don't do it. You got to show off the goods.
You've
man.
got two ways to do it. You either don't show anything, like Apex did.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes.
Come out swinging.
Yes,
Or if you're gonna slow burn it, you need to show some shit.
bro.
Because people will get fucking weird. Like
Well,
they get sketch.
you ain't Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever the hell it is. You can't. They've shown some shit. It looks fucking exciting. So now there's this mystique around it. There is no longer any mystique around Anthem. We've seen it. And in fact, we've seen it done before, like in games like Destiny and Warframe and other games that look similar, that honestly looked more polished and better.
Yes.
So, you can't be hiding the goods. At this point, the buyer's ready to fuck, right? He's ready to fuck. You got to just show me some ass or titty. You got to show me ass and titty. You can't just be fully dressed because you ain't exciting me. I might be a dude and ready to fuck, but I got to see some ass and titties. You come out with a short skirt? You come out with some pulsating ripe titties?
Ah, you said it again.
You got my money.
No.
You can't hold it back. You're a new IP. Nobody knows what you are, and there's too much shit going on. We're in the era of Netflix that's making better movies and TV shows than movies and TV shows. And we're in a free-to-play market where we're getting free games and companies are coming out. EA is surprising the world. Well, not really EA, but games are coming out and surprising the world and not sucking.
Now you're fucked.
Now you're fucked.
But also not.
You ain't selling 6 million copies.
No.
Not in the first couple weeks. You ain't selling 6 million copies. I'm going with 3. 2.8 to 3 in the first week. I'm calling it. It is.
Look, EA went to BioWare and they said, look, guys, Battlefield 5 fucked up and we need to just take that earnings, call, whatever. We needed to talk to our investors and they didn't like it and our stock went down. We need you to tell the world that you're going to sell 6 million copies of Anthem in the first couple weeks.
Yes. Please.
And they were like,
okay.
Put the face on.
6 million in 5 weeks. Not happening.
Oh, okay. Well, let me reiterate then. Hey Jeff.
Yeah.
Big news coming out of BioWare.
What's that?
It's about Anthem. Remember that game?
I remember it.
Okay. They're going to sell 6 million copies in 5 weeks.
No.
Okay.
And if they do, I'll be happy
I'm happy for it. We'll slow clap
As long
them.
as the game doesn't suck, I'll be fucking happy for them. I'll slow clap and
Absolutely.
I'll admit that I'm wrong. I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I think in 5 weeks, 4.5 million.
I still think it's 3.
In 5. I think they're going to do I think they're going to do 2.8 to 3 in the first 7 days. I think they're going to do that because there's enough hype there and there's enough going on.
Yeah,
I think they're going to do that. But in 5 weeks, 6 million? I don't think so, but we'll see.
All the power to them. Prove us wrong, please.
Go ahead, do it.
You might sell 6 million, but 3 million are going to refund it. Speaking of the Division 2, that's the beta thing is going on. And I haven't seen too much of it. Really, I haven't really watched or looked into much of the Division stuff.
Does anybody care? That's a serious question.
Pretty much the Division people, and that's about
okay. Because I was gonna say Division.
It's even if Anthem wasn't coming, I still think the Division 2 would be struggling to get outside of its already existing market of the Division 1 folks. It just doesn't have a broad enough appeal to really do that. Now, they might not necessarily care. They might be okay with just selling as many as they're going to sell and doing their thing. But I just don't think they've been doing a bang, especially since this game is coming soon.
Bro.
I don't think they've been doing a bang-up job promoting the Division 2 at all. I think they've been doing a pretty shitty job of it. And the game is already battling the bullet sponge-itis.
Yeah. Dude, I can think of, off the top of my head, about 5 shooters that are infinitely better than a Division. That have more hype than a Division.
4 of them are Apex.
Yes. Exactly. It's just the Division is no, it's over. It's done. It's done. I think
the Division will take some people away from Destiny, and they might catch a few people that aren't pleased with Anthem. But I think the majority of them are going to be people that already played the Division 1 or invested in the franchise.
How many shooters can a man play? How many shooters can a man? Are we not saturated
yet?
It's
not even really. They're not even necessarily their shooters. They're looter shooters, right?
Well,
it's like its own thing. It's not like it's Halo or some shit.
I understand, but Jesus Christ, it's all starting to. I mean, the Division, Black Ops, Apex.
Well, it's always been like this.
It's like but I've never. No, I haven't seen in terms of.
There used to be more prominent first-person games that weren't necessarily shooters that would crop up.
The competition now is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
And these games aren't free. There's free games out there. And just better playing games. I don't know. I think the Division will break even. I think they'll make a little bit of money, but they're not going to make any waves. I don't even think they're going to... I think day one when Division comes out, they won't even see the top of Twitch. I don't.
No, definitely not with Apex out
No,
now.
but I mean, even with Fortnite out, I don't think unless you've got 2 or 3 of the biggest streamers just looking,
paying them.
Just looking to play the game. But beyond that, I don't see it. There might be a little pocket of people that are going to enjoy it and play the game for all go ahead. But I personally have no interest in the Division and nothing that they've ever done has been overly interesting. I played a little bit of the first one, and it was like if they had done what they set out to do and they had done it right, I think it would have been a great game for its time. But now, even if they originally, if they can do what they originally set out to do without any of the hiccups, without any of the bullshit, without all the spongy shit going on, the repetitive gameplay, I still don't think people are going to care. I think it's too late. I just think it's too late. I think there's too much out there now. I think it's too late.
Well, and it doesn't help that most of the shooters that are out there right now are leaning on more fantasy elements to help differentiate themselves. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Division is just like everything's a bullet sponge, but it's more of a real life setting, right? And that kind of thing, I think, lends itself better to a single player experience. Mm-hmm. I think when I played the Division 1, when I hopped in to try and gave it a go, I really wanted to see, because it always interested me, because I like more close to real life kind of deals. I didn't know it was a bullet sponge until I got into it.
Oh, it's one hell of
it
might actually be the worst.
It's like there's Borderlands,
yeah,
and there's the Division, and they're pretty close to the same as far as how bullet spongy it is. And it's here's the thing: I don't have a problem with bullet sponge if it's a boss, and the boss is going through a lot of phases.
Yeah,
if you're
feel fresh.
Because if you're going to ask me to dump 15,000 bullets over 15 minutes into a single enemy,
and to Juggernaut,
it better fucking do a lot of different shit to keep it interesting. It better not be doing the same 3 points in the area that I'm in. Yeah. I shoot it a bunch, it takes a little damage, runs to the other area, it has a set little bit of moves here, comes back. That's lazy. Yeah.
You shoot a tank on its back and it blows up.
Next phase, the same as the first one, but a little angrier.
And now it goes.
Yeah, it's got one more move.
Then it's
2 swings. 3. Whoa. Fuck. Spicing it up.
20 minutes later and 1,000 ammo later.
It's just angrier. They just get progressively angrier, and they don't do it. Like, if you're gonna do that, that's bad. That's lazy game design. So again, I don't mind the bullet sponge, but you need to change the fight up a bit. Fuck. When I played the Division, I went to it was one of the first bosses, and it was like not only by myself, even with decent gear, and like cheesing it. Not only was it fucking a pain in the ass, I had to redo the fight like friggin' 15 times. But the boss was literally 3 stages, and they were all the same fucking thing.
It's boring.
And I just unloaded, and I ran out of ammo like 15 times. I had to like balance shooting the boss and then trying to saving some ammo to take out some of the minions to get their ammo.
Yes.
Or take their guns to try to continue to shoot the boss, because there was not enough bullets on the map to fucking kill
If I
the
had
guy.
to make the perfect comparison.
Oh boy, here we go.
For Division 2.
Does it involve sex?
I need to get some more beer juice.
Does it involve sex?
Almost.
Okay.
So I'm running out of beer. You need another beer juice?
I definitely don't need another beer juice.
Okay. This is the way I look at the Division.
Okay.
All right?
What
the
is
Division is this.
Okay.
All right? It's like getting a hand job.
Okay, so it is sex.
It's very it's in that field.
It's in that category.
It's like getting a hand job from a girl.
Okay.
Right? Girls suck at giving hand jobs.
In fairness to them, they don't have a penis.
They don't have a penis, so they don't know how to really do it.
I'm sure they're better at it than we are with them as well.
Oh, I'm sure they can finger bang and flick the bean way better than what we can.
Exactly.
I get that. For a reason. Okay? And okay, so
you're getting a hand job from a girl.
You're getting a hand job from a girl.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's not that enjoyable. But you get
unenthusiastic.
But you get to come.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Sometimes
you got to take over and be like, okay, just rub my balls. just rub my balls. Let me do the fucking work here so I can come. Because I really,
it's like,
I'm starting to lose.
I gotta go to work.
I'm starting to lose it.
I'm going soft.
Jesus Christ, just rub my balls, okay, and fucking look at me. All right, so
look at me. Try and look like you're enjoying it.
So that's what the Division is for me. It's a hand job. Sure, at the end I might get to come, but it's not an enjoyable process.
No.
And really, coming is it's great, but if you come a lot, it's just another nut. It's like it's
wears off.
It's like
wears off after a while.
It's like great, but there's nothing exciting about this nut. I want a nut excitingly. That's it. That's the division. And nobody likes a hand job. Unless you're like 15 years old and you never had a hand job before. And even then it's weird. Been there. So, there it is. That's the division.
You're not wrong.
I know. I'm absolutely right.
It's an unenthusiastic hand job. It's just the worst. Hideki Astuno from Capcom. That's a name.
Okay.
He makes Devil May Cry 5. That's the guy. And so he's the guy, the mastermind behind the $85,000 leather jacket.
Yep. Legit.
Yeah. That looks like you bought it at fucking Goodwill for $5 to go to a Comic-Con.
Yes.
That one.
That
Okay.
one.
So
give me 2.
He also made Dragon's Dogma, and apparently
is it good?
Well, Dragon's Dogma is a good game.
Yeah.
His options were Dragon's Dogma 2 or Devil May Cry 5, and he went with Devil May Cry 5. And
he went with the hand job.
He went with the hand job.
He could have got the BJ.
Not only did he go with the hand job, he went with the hand job with a shitty soundtrack.
Oh, this is terrible.
What's the name of that song again? It was
it was on that damn
E3?
fucking. No, they did it at the awards, the gaming awards.
Oh, that was at the gaming awards.
Oh my
that was
god,
bad.
that fucking girl that was, or was it a girl that was singing or the dude?
Yes, it was a guy. Well, both. The guy was talking.
He was
just
talking. He was talking. He was like pulling a fucking like Blink 182. The hello there.
Yeah,
except that it wasn't even like.
It was actually just talking.
It was just talking. It was more like
casual conversation.
Hello there.
Hello there.
The angel from my nightmare. The shadow in the
darkness of the morn.
Of the morn, yeah.
Anyway,
whatever.
unsuspecting victim.
Darkness in the valley.
We can be like
Jack and Sally
if you want.
Yes. But
you can always find me. And we'll have Halloween on Christmas.
And in the night,
we'll wish this never ends.
We'll wish this never ends.
See, now you gotta do it again because you actually made that's too much of a.
Oh. We'll wish this never ends.
There you go. That's right. Bring it down. Bring it down a little bit. You're getting a little too musical. And copyright strike.
Yeah.
That was an entire verse.
Gone.
Gone. All of our $4 gone.
And revenue. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Go to patreon.com/LAGTV and reimburse us, please.
While Patreon still exists.
Yes. Get it in now, please. Holy shit. Yeah, where were we? Oh, that shitty-ass performance at that
Devil Trigger, that was it. What an edgelord name of a song that is. Devil Trigger.
Devil Trigger.
Pull my Devil Trigger.
Man, that was such a bad song, bro. It was like embarrassing to watch.
It was
embarrassing. And the girl singing, it was like nails on a chalkboard.
And she was feeling herself, too.
Oh, she was so feeling herself.
It was kind of like watching an American Idol audition in like the first week
when they think they're good
and they're really feeling themselves.
And the judges are like,
and the problem is they're like right on the edge of being kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
But because they're feeling themselves, it makes them look 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
Like if they were like a little bit more humble about it going in there and they were like, a little shaky, they might actually get the pass. They might be like, you're into the next round.
You were nervous. Just relax a little bit.
We'll see you in Vegas.
I can tell you've got some promise. But no, she went out there like she was a star.
Yeah.
And she was fucking ready to rock.
Nope. Definitely not.
It was bad.
It was rough.
It was really rough.
That was one of the worst parts of the entire thing.
It was painful. It was very painful.
It was really painful. Let's see. Oh, that's...
You want another beer juice?
No, I'm good.
I'm going to get another beer juice.
All right, you get another beer juice.
So that's going to take me...
45 seconds. Go. I believe in you. Ladies and gentlemen, head on over to patreon.com/LAGTV. Get in there while Patreon still exists. We're going to have to find a solution to Patreon soon because Patreon was our solution when YouTube stopped paying us, and now we've got to take it off of Patreon probably inside the next 6 months because the company's not going to exist anymore. But for now, you guys don't need to be worried. Nothing's going to happen to you, but you can head on over to patreon.com/LAGTV. Join the podcast crew and help pay for more beer juice for Jeff.
Yes. Please.
Beer juice.
Are we talking about the Patreon?
I was.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah, go there, guys. And I think we're right around the $2,500 mark, which is awesome. And we want to get there.
Catching your breath.
So it's
Have a drink of juice.
You know, stuff's delicious.
Moosehead, hit us up with that collab.
Please.
Beer juice.
Hey, how cool would it be, though, if they did hit us up and we had, like, a Moosehead fridge and we just had free beer for our podcast?
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Get that dad bod going.
Yeah. I could even put a keg in on at the keg bar.
Make use of your keg. Don't forget it exists.
Yeah, I always forget. I remember the other night I was upstairs like, man, I could really go for a fucking beer right now. And Kayla's like, you have a keg downstairs. I'm like, oh. You're right.
That's right.
That's right.
I do.
I have a keg, yeah.
I forgot it existed, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Black.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of Samuel L. Jackson doing Shaft while he's 80 years old.
Hey, motherfucker.
I feel like there'd be like a cough or a wheeze in there because he's old and he can't scream anymore.
Dude, he looks almost the same as he did in his last Shaft movie.
You know, he's getting all of that frustration out by saying motherfucker all the time, and it's just releasing all that stress.
Did you watch the trailer?
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh,
I wasn't aware that there was even a trailer yet. I just
heard...
it
came out today.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, and it's basically it's him, his son, and his father. So it's three shafts going out.
Samuel L. Jackson's father is supposed to be still alive?
Yeah. Well, his son says grandfather, so I'm pretty sure that's his. It's been so long since I've seen the original Shaft.
I mean, Samuel is like, what, 60-something?
Yeah. So the dad.
I guess dad could technically be alive.
Yeah, the dad. Oh yeah, the dad. No, it's funny, dude.
Right,
it looks good. So, it's my duty to please that booty. I remember the old Shaft was just so fire, so gangsta, and the trailer definitely still has that Shaft vibe. I honestly didn't even know there was one coming out. Samuel L. Jackson has been a busy motherfucker.
Yes,
that guy is in so many goddamn movies.
He's working it.
He's in Avengers.
Yep.
He's in Spider-Man.
Yep.
He's in. He just did Glass.
Yep.
He's in Shaft.
Mm-hmm.
God only other know. Like I don't even know the guy.
He's like the male Betty White. The older he gets, the more projects he's involved in.
It's insane. It's insane. I can't believe it. So anyway, that looked cool. That looked cool. I thought I just saw a movie. Oh, I saw Glass.
How was that?
I actually really liked it.
Great.
Some of the critics were hard on it. Some of the fans of the series were hard on it, but then some people loved it.
That's the sequel to Unbreakable.
Unbreakable and Split.
Right. Yeah.
McAvoy was abs. Did you see Split?
I didn't see any of these movies. No. No. I know. To be fair, I didn't even know they existed until we started talking about. It might have been when they first announced Glass. That was in production on the podcast, and I hadn't even heard of the other movies yet. So that might explain why.
It's a very cool superhero movie.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
I mean, I've seen the trailer for Glass,
yeah.
So I have an idea of what's going on universe-wise.
Yes, but you have to still watch. If you don't just watch Glass, because you're gonna be like,
no, you'd be lost. No,
you have to watch the other two, because then in like the last 30 minutes of Glass, it all just kind of
comes together,
and you're like, oh, that's cool. So I liked it. Kale liked it. We had a good time. What other shit was there that came out? That was the last movie that we saw. We were going to go out for Kayla's birthday there the other night, but there was really nothing to go see.
Hobbs and Shaw or whatever.
Oh, did you see the trailer for that?
I did.
It looks pretty cool. Looks like a lot of fun.
I'm going to drink some of my beer juice.
You don't think it looks cool?
I'm going to drink some. Well,
you don't like it?
There's an asterisk on that movie. I'm just going to drink this beer juice.
See, you know what Hobbs and Shaw does for me? And I've seen the trailer now about 8 times. Hobbs and Shaw is everything I want in a Fast and Furious spin-off movie. More ridiculousness, over the top, fun, buddy cop type like shit, and just a lot of action and dumb. That's it. Idris Elba with superpowers, superhuman strength,
nanotech,
The Rock,
on
Jason
juice.
Statham on the juice. Does it get any better than that?
So here's my deal. I don't disagree with you that it looks like a fun movie, because it obviously looks like a fun movie for all the reasons that you just mentioned. It's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on the juice.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
It's on the beer juice, too.
You got Jason Statham also on the juice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's got white genetics and he's a little old. So
okay.
Didn't work out for him, but
Still good.
He's still yoked.
He's still yoked.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
No, fuck that.
In fact, in a fight, Jason Statham might
Probably
actually
beat
take
up The Rock. Yes.
It's got Idris Elba, who we all know is a god.
Yes.
You know, and the superpower thing, you know, I'm in. As an entertainment, like just for pure entertainment purposes, which is what The Rock is all about lately. Is
yes,
pure.
That's what I want.
Entertainment.
The most electrifying man in Hollywood entertainment.
In Hollywood entertainment. So it's from that perspective. So I'm torn from that perspective. It's obviously going to be a fun movie to watch. My problem is it's got Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, and it's like all I can think of is, and we've had this discussion before, is what I associate with Fast and the Furious, and whatever the fuck Fast and the Furious is right now. Might as well be two totally different movie franchises.
Well, what you think of Fast and the Furious is
it wouldn't make money. And it wouldn't fucking do well.
Yeah, this is Fast and the Furious now. That old Fast and the Furious was cool.
I get that, but
15 years ago,
I can I'm suspending my belief for, you know, cars driving over fucking overpasses, doing epic. You know, you got friggin' Vin Diesel, 380 pounds, jumping 15 feet in the air, doing crazy shit. You know, all these like the 89-mile long runway. I'm with it. I'm there, but you start putting goddamn superpowers and shit.
Give me him.
And I'm just going.
I want to go to space next.
Fuck. This is just, don't call this anything Fast and the Furious.
It's just because it's the characters from the franchise, so they're using their name, obviously, and the same characters.
It's a play for money, I get it. And it's going to be entertaining.
I ain't even mad.
But it's like, it's.
I don't want to see racing. I'm over the racing. I don't want to see it anymore. Racing cars, not cool anymore. It's 2019.
Then stop calling it Fast and the goddamn Furious.
Nah, it's evolved from then. It is Fast and Furious.
No, it's just it's just fast.
It's furious.
Well, it's just furious, bro.
Yeah, it's no longer fast.
It's not even fast. It's just furious.
And I actually think they were naming the other ones Furious 7, you know, that wasn't no longer Fast. Now it's Fast and Furious Presents the Hobbs and Shaw. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be.
It's going to be amazing.
It's kind of like, like Final Fantasy 12. If you had called that game anything else other than Final Fantasy, I'd have probably played it the whole way through and thought it was fucking fantastic. But it's not a Final Fantasy game. Not even fucking a little bit. And so I played 6 hours of it, and I wanted to cut my dick off with a rusty spoon.
That's a hard way to get rid of the penis. Rusty.
It takes some time.
Jesus Christ.
Especially when your dick's small as mine, you really got to stretch it a little bit first. There's not a lot to work with.
God damn.
It's tough.
Oh.
But that's what it's like for me, is I get it. Final Fantasy 12 is a very good video game. We're going to ignore the fact that it's basically Star Wars from a story perspective, but it's a good video game. Hobbs and Shaw, super entertaining movie.
That's all I want.
It's got everything you want from an entertainment perspective.
That's it. Take my money.
I'm that asshole. I'm that 1% asshole.
Be that guy, huh?
That I just want it. If you called it
Hobbs and Shaw,
and didn't even put the Final Fantasy name or Final Fantasy, the Fast and the Furious name in it,
you know they got to do it though.
I even get why. Yeah. But it's just that just by itself, I'm that asshole. It bothers me.
Well,
call it literally anything. Idris Elba with fucking nanotechnology superpowers.
Give me it. Give me it.
That sounds so good. I want it.
Yes, you're gonna watch it.
I want to watch Idris Elba with superpowers, Jeffrey.
You're gonna watch it, and he's gonna do awesome.
I want to see The Rock juiced out of his mind.
Yes, it's going.
I want to see veins on top of veins. I want The Rock's head to look like a giant fucking throbbing porn dick.
Yes.
He's got so much juice.
Yes.
I want it.
Juice. You're gonna get it.
I just don't want it under the Fast and the Furious name.
So, speaking of Fast and the Furious, Vin Diesel just announced with Justin Lin, Fast 9. Fast 9 is going to be happening. And then there's also going to be two other Fast and Furious spin-offs. One of them we don't know about yet, and the other one is an all-girls Fast and Furious. So it's going to be taking the girls from we're talking we're talking Lita, we're talking Gal Gadot, who is originally in I think number 3 or something. She's one of the girlfriends. She's one of the girlfriends of somebody.
I don't think it was 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think that was like
might have been
4
one of the
or
early
5.
ones. Oh, okay. Either way, one of them. Anyway, so they're doing an all-girls one. They're going to do the regular Fast 9, and then there's another spin-off that they're talking about, which I think might be a Han spin-off.
I'm down for Han.
I think
don't give him superpowers. I just don't need.
What if the superpowers were racing?
No. The only superpower Han needs is the ability to continually be eating in every scene that he's in.
Yes, he definitely ate a
it.
lot.
That's his.
That's
he's the Asian Brad Pitt.
Well, that's a big crutch for acting too.
Yeah, specifically for him and Brad Pitt.
Yes.
I don't really notice too many other people.
Brad Pitt
eating.
does eat a fuck ton in his
I don't know how Brad Pitt isn't morbidly obese.
He's just constantly putting.
If
shit
you
in
go
his
back,
mouth.
like the worst example, I go back to it all the time. If you go back and watch the Ocean's movies, and Ocean's 11 specifically,
he's eating a lot.
There might be 2 scenes where he's not eating finger food,
and he's thinking about it,
and he's sitting there and he's just constantly.
Yeah.
It's finger food. He's constantly feeding himself, and you know that's not the only take that they did. So unless he's spitting that food out in between every take,
he was eating all of it. But he's Brad Pitt, so whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It is what it is. So that's pretty much it. Any other movie news do we have going on here?
Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Okay.
Liam Neeson is furiously racist, Jeff. Liam Neeson in Fast and the Racist coming to you.
I heard about this.
2020.
I watched some of this shit where, so for those that don't know, Liam Neeson's got a new movie out. I forget what it's called. You have the title over there? Something about rescue or some shit.
Taken 9.
Pretty much. It's
all of them are the same movies.
Yeah. So it's a revenge movie where he's trying to revenge something that's happened.
So it's a Liam Neeson movie.
I'm gonna assume to his family. I have no idea. So anyway,
he has a particular set of skills.
He was doing an interview. He was doing a press junket for this movie, and he's just doing his thing. And one of the interviewers asked him. They said, as you're doing this movie, and it's all about revenge and stuff. How did you tune into this character?
That inspiration.
Yeah, how'd you get that's it. How'd you get this inspiration for this character? And he said, well, 40 years ago, one of his very close friends, who was a female, she got raped. Brutally raped. And he was away at the time and couldn't be there. And when he got back, he talked to her. And she explained the situation to him. And he asked what this person looked like. And she said he was black, along with some other things, like tall or whatever. And what Liam Neeson did when he told the interviewer is he said, I was so angry and I wanted revenge so bad that I went to a prominently black area in Ireland and walked around there for several different days, like 5 different occasions or something, and basically
with a bludgeon,
with ready to fuck somebody up. He was basically waiting
to approach him.
To approach him, and because he's a white dude in a fucking black area, it's like going to the hood. It's like going to straight hood where you shouldn't be, and likely somebody's gonna come up and give you a hard time or try and rob you or whatever, fuck you up. So he went down there specifically looking to fuck up somebody black because he was basically. He wanted revenge, and it was the only way he knew. Now, obviously, he probably knew that he wasn't going to run into the rapist, but he was willing to take that anger out on anybody that resembled this, like subconsciously, right, out of anger. And then the whole internet. Well, it's that time. We talked about this many times.
Hey Jeff, look at the time. It's 1/2 racist.
Yeah. So they all went crazy, and they said, "Oh, Liam Neeson is a racist motherfucker. Burn him to the stake." And they all went nuts, and they all went apeshit crazy. That's pretty much what happened.
He then, in another interview after this all went
crazy,
that
Good Morning America,
goes back in and even though he shouldn't have to, because this was 40 years ago, he elaborates and says, "By the way," because when he said that in the first interview, He probably should have, but he obviously didn't think in his head that what
This
he
was gonna
said
be-
was going to be run with that way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, in his mind, he wasn't making the connection of it was a black guy.
Yeah.
He was just thinking that was the descriptor that she gave him. If she said it was a 6'2" Asian guy,
He would have went to Chinatown.
he would have went to Chinatown
and
did
looking
the
to
same
fuck
thing.
somebody up.
If he said it was a 6'2" white guy,
Yeah.
he would have went to a bar and fucked somebody up. Like, it doesn't matter. The thing was, she was brutally raped, and he was super fucking angry, obviously beyond control, and that was his outlet that he came to in his head.
Yeah.
Which he then said in the follow-up interview. Obviously, I made the realization.
What the fuck?
This is not a healthy train of thought to be having.
No.
Seek professional help.
Yep.
And then spent years
Yep.
introspectively sorting his shit out alongside professional help, and is obviously a changed man. This 40 years, Jeff. 40 goddamn. Liam Neeson's an old man.
Yes, but Adam, racism. There's no time for racism.
You can't redeem
Once a
yourself.
racist, always a racist. I used to tell this story all the time.
It wasn't even racist. It just so
I
happened
know,
to be a
I know.
black
It just so
guy.
happened to be a black guy.
Fuck.
Listen, and even if he was racist, even if he had those thoughts and it was how he was brought up, it doesn't mean you can't change. Right?
No!
Like, I say this all the time. My grandmother used to be racist.
Yes.
My mom's white.
Lots of grandparents did because
It's
that
all
was
they
a
knew.
long time
it was a
ago.
long time ago.
That's what happened. That's what it was.
And ever since I can remember, my grandmother's been nothing but loving. She's amazing. She doesn't hold a fucking racist bone in her body. But it's if that's something that all they knew, and then you educate them, or they see things, educate themselves. They realize that, oh wait, these people are human. Things are fine. I don't like. Hey Nan, remember that time 60 years ago when you fucking hated everything that was black or not white? You're a horrible person, Nan. It's not that at all. And that's not even what was happening with Liam Neeson.
He wasn't even racist.
He was just processing this fucking trauma he had in his head, and the only thing that he could think of was somebody black's getting fucked up because I need to because the person was black, and I'm just gonna go to a black neighborhood, and if somebody starts some shit, somebody's getting fucked up.
Yes.
That was it. It wasn't, I hate all black people. If I see one, I walk outside, they're fucking getting it. They're all racist. It's not a Donald Trump thing where they're like, yeah, these Mexicans, they're all racist. They're all rapists and thieves and horrible people. There wasn't that at all. That's racism. What he was doing, he was just coping with a trauma that not only and then he recognizes it and then deals with it.
And 40 years go by. And he's dealt with it so much, and it hasn't even crossed his mind that poor naive Liam Neeson in an interview being open about a crazy part of his past.
Yes, dude.
Says this
and he gets put on blast
in all honesty, and then gets put on fucking blast?
Yeah.
Fuck you!
And you would think that it'd be a learning process, like, oh shit, he had a dark thoughts, his mental state wasn't great. He's talking about it. He got help. He's showing people that, like, this isn't the way to think. It was horrible. But yet people still went fucking off on him. They canceled his red carpet for the movie. Did all kinds of fucking shit, man. It's fucking crazy,
it's so dumb.
Just leave the fucking man alone. Jesus Christ.
Now you get a bunch of, like, black people on Twitter showing up going, stop it! Because it's mostly white people complaining about it, right?
Yeah, they just want to fucking complain about it. They just want to feel like they're...
Like, what the fuck?
Jesus, man. Just
come on.
Stop the madness. Let Liam Neeson just make Taken movies, man. Just let him let it go.
Let him keep doing revenge movies.
Jesus.
I want 86 cuts of Liam Neeson jumping over a fence.
And if he's got to tap into that dark place that he went to fucking bring out this character, let
so
him fucking do it. He's playing pretend.
He's
in
good
a
at
fucking
it.
movie. He's playing pretend.
Give me another Taken.
Jesus. Give me Taken 11.
I'll watch
take it.
I'll watch it.
Jesus. Leave poor Liam Neeson alone. That old, griddled man that sounds incredible. Irish.
I fucking hate it so much, dude.
Oh, I know. I
hate it so much.
Dude, I'm black and I hate it, dude.
It's just so many stupid people that hurts my soul. It really does hurt my soul.
It's almost like it's crazy, man. And especially like being black, where you see these things all the time, and you're just like, it's almost. I mean, I don't know what this is like, but it's almost like somebody that, perhaps has some sort of maybe a disability, right? So say if somebody, they are missing an arm,
Sure.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right? They're born without an arm, or they had to get it amputated, or whatever the case may be. And you're just living your fucking life like a normal fucking person, and everything is great. You know, you're not using your disability like a disability. You're doing basically
You're just doing your thing.
You're just doing your thing. You're just living like a fucking human being.
Yeah.
And enjoying life, and you know, this is this issue that you may be having that you've dealt with emotionally or whatever in the past. It's part of the past. It's whatever. You're a perfectly fucking capable citizen. But then you've got you know, you'll go to a place or whatever, and people's like got to remind you that you've got some sort of disability, and that they just treat you differently because
Let me help you,
yeah,
please.
Yeah. Do you need help? No, motherfucker. I've been like this my whole life, and I'm perfectly capable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, I couldn't imagine. That's the best analogy I could think of off the top of my head about when I hear about these like poor, and I even say the same thing about black. I have black family members, and there's a couple of black family members in particular that I have that are like, the white man is against us. I think every black family has a few of these like diehard fucking for the people
Black Panther
shit that's like, the white man is holding us back. Fuck, you know, whatever. And I look at them sometimes, and I don't see them often, but I see them. Whenever I see them, it's like this movement. It's like this fucking, they're just constantly fighting a fight that is just not even worth. There's really no merit to it. It's like they're their own. Their mind is the only thing that's holding them back. Ain't nobody else holding them back. But it's like hearing that. It's like, motherfucker, I'm black and I'm doing just fine. And it's not because I'm light-skinned black. All right? Because that's another thing. I get like dark-skinned black family that are like full black. Like, yeah, you're light-skinned. So, motherfucker.
You got it so much easier because
like,
you're
shut
a lighter shade.
Shut the fuck up. You stupid motherfucker. Shut up.
You're not purple enough.
Yeah, you're not purple. Have you seen the color purple? Fuck, Oprah struggled.
The whites of your eyes aren't yellow.
Jesus Christ, man. It's just dumb. Leave poor Liam Neeson alone. Leave him alone, man. He put himself out there.
Fucking, yeah, and then
he gets fucking shit on it for it.
Yeah.
That's just going to let every other person in the public's eye to feel very comfortable talking about some of their struggles that they've had in life. That's just awesome. That's great. Good job.
Good job. You did it, guys. Congratulations. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the people that are like super anti-gay and then they turn out to be gay.
Yes.
It's like they go on this crusade through life where, you know, like that I can't remember his name, but there was like a famous dude who ran one of those like straight camps, and then he turned out to be full on taking it in the ass gay.
Yep.
Like Liam Neeson, why are you so racist? In the back of their mind, motherfuckers, some of them are racist as fuck.
Yep. That's what it is.
Projection is very real.
Extremely real. It's insane.
Stop being so racist 40 years ago, Liam Neeson.
Oh, I mean, literally, he could have literally dropped, he could have been on tape dropping N-bombs 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'd been like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is.
That was like when Hulk Hogan got, like, the girl was recording them doing whatever, unbeknownst to him. Yep. He drops an N-bomb, which apparently he's been doing in the dressing room
all the time.
Since forever, because all the black wrestlers let him get away with it.
Yep.
And now he's in the comfort of his own home getting recorded by somebody, and that goes out there. It's like, oh my God.
It's like, do I really believe that Hulk Hogan is a racist?
No. What the fuck?
I mean, if he is, he's doing a really fucking good job at hiding the fact he hates black people.
He's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job.
He's doing a bang-up job.
Thank God, man.
Give that man a fucking acting award.
It's crazy, man.
Underrated for Mr. Nanny.
What's next?
I don't have anything else.
That's it. Well, technical support. Technical alpha or support? The beer juice. It's adding up.
The beer juice is stacking up.
Stacking up. The beer juice.
The beer juice.
On the beer juice.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let me read what we've got.
Beer juice. Excuse me. Do we have any questions, Adam?
We do. I'm just trying to see which ones are worth talking about here.
Okay. Get some fire ones going.
That's what I'm trying.
Okay. In the meantime, if y'all want to go and pick up a copy of The Grind, as you can see right here in front of the computer, that's my book, The Grind, How to Start, Grow, Maintain, and Earn More Money with Your Twitch Stream, written by me, self-published by me, proofread by Adam.
Once.
I actually updated the book so that the errors that were in there, they were fixed.
Oh,
so
thank
now,
God.
Yeah, so now when you buy
I needed that second
copy?
pass.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, so did your editor.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many. There was like 7 mistakes.
No, it was just really weird ones,
Weird
duplicate sentences and
Yeah.
stuff.
But anywho, we just surpassed 1,000 copies.
Let's go.
Sold.
Jeff, I have a question for you. Are you going to sell 6 million in the next 5 weeks?
No. Well, for my shareholders, yes.
It's coming. 6 million.
Yeah.
Coyote asks, what near future technology, and he gives us some examples, self-driving cars, 5G, artificial reality, etc., are you most excited for?
So what was it? The
or
cars?
Augmented reality. Not
Augmented. What was the other ones?
Self-driving cars, 5G, like the new internet or new wireless standard, augmented reality, etc. Stuff like that. Any kind of future technology that you're looking forward to.
I think augmented realities, if I had to choose between those, like self-driving cars scare me. The 5G, I mean, 4G is perfectly fine. I mean, my internet is fast enough. I mean, I don't need to fucking become one with the internet. So I'd go with augmented reality. I think there's so many cool things you can do with augmented reality.
It's true.
I mean, even just think about it. Say you bought a new house, and you could put on some motherfucking goggles,
see what the
and you
furniture
could
can look
literally put your furniture in your house and see what it looks like.
like. No more will the wife be saying, a little more to the left.
But
no,
how cool?
Sorry, go
how
back
cool
to,
is that? Like going to a fucking
It's fire.
furniture store.
It's fire.
And putting on the glasses and uploading your room and then just
Shopping for clothes online.
just doing all of that shit.
Seeing
yourself in the clothes.
In the clothes.
That's the fucking future, man. And that is that's amazing technology.
5G is mine because 5G is going to literally change the world. The problem is that China's probably going to be the one that gets there first because America's too busy gargling balls. Canada doesn't have the money for it. And Europe is also kind of low-key, dick deep in some stupid shit. So the problem is whoever gets to 5G first and really sets roots in will kind of be able to dictate a lot of the technology pathing for the next few decades. And while I'm not a paranoid person about China, they're still not my number one pick for
China.
Something like that. So, that's mine, mostly because of just what it entails. Internet everywhere.
Yeah.
And not slow, like quick.
Yeah.
We're
a ways away though from 5G.
No, we're not.
You don't think?
Inside of a decade.
Well, that's I think a decade is
probably
a while.
Even inside of 5 years. The first stuff is going to roll out probably in that time. It won't be here.
Yeah.
We'll get it probably last, knowing us.
Yeah.
But
we'll be 70 years old and we'll have 5G.
But that's coming.
I'm still going with augmented reality.
Because
I think augmented reality is going to be coming here, and within.
Well, it will. Augmented reality is going to be wild, and having something like 5G is going to make it so much more powerful, and that's why I've always championed augmented reality over virtual reality, because by the time virtual reality, it's like I always said, by the time virtual reality is like good, augmented reality is already going to be there doing it.
Better.
And in ways that are functionally better. And, if they can't, virtual reality might be better for, let's just say, just gaming or something along those lines. But if you can't expand that beyond enough to sell stuff like on a enterprise level, you're not going anywhere. But augmented reality, that shit is a way broader
You can
pool.
do so much shit with augmented reality.
Exactly.
It's insane. just like architectures, architectures,
Architects.
and all that other shit. Like, can you imagine like just them building a building and just physically being there
in augmented reality.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like you could literally, like developing cars, anything. Like you could literally be in your model before you actually build it. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Will asks, have you ever been threatened to be doxxed? And if so, have you taken steps to protect yourself from doxing? I've never personally been threatened for it.
They're like most of the stuff that you see is the swatting and shit that was like a problem.
Yeah.
But then people got in some serious fucking.
Well, now
trouble
it's a
for
federal
that.
crime.
Yeah, like
so
people died. Like people, I think that was a big
died.
wake up call.
Yeah.
Where people have done the swatting. That was like a big thing during Counter-Strike, and somebody got shot and killed and stuff. So you don't really see it. Like that's what happened. Actually, we talked about it for Doc.
Yes,
that happened to Doc,
He
and
got
somebody like
swatted
shot at his house and shit.
Drive-bys and shit.
Just some fucked up shit. So it's something that you really just shouldn't even talk about, honestly, because
No.
it's like it's one of those things that it's probably just better to just not talk about it.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's dangerous, man. It is. It's very, very dangerous,
It is.
and
It's wild.
and usually people that do it are very immature and.
They don't know.
They don't understand the
the
repercussion.
gravity.
Like that could happen to somebody's family or to a person. And I'm sure the people that are doing those things don't want harm on the individual. It's more of like a
No.
trolley, like
It just unfortunately rolls out that way.
Yep.
Right? It's the downside. We had a question from chat. I can't remember who it was from specifically. Let's see if I can roll it up. Just because the stuff that's that's left in their thing is not great. No. This is from Super Dude. Said, I moved around in school for most of my schooling years, never had friends longer than 2 years. How can you describe such a long friendship, which I'm guessing he means you and I? What clicks, what keeps bringing you together for that long? Because we've been friends now for 20 years.
pretty close to that. Actually, it has been 20 years.
20 years.
Fuck, man, I'm getting old.
Yeah. 20 fucking years.
Yeah, it's been pretty damn close. Pretty damn close to 20 years. I don't know. It's just like
It either, like your friends that you would have in the short term, long-term friends are they just tend to be friends that you have more in common with over time.
Yeah.
And that's really the show.
Yeah, and it's like it's also one of those things that when you start growing up and you get older, there are plenty of friends that I had that I were close with that I no longer either talk to or rarely see. I still consider them friends, but I don't.
Yeah.
We're not fucking. We
You're
don't
not
see
close
each other.
friends.
We don't even see each other once a month,
No,
let alone
exactly.
every week or whatever. It's a little different for Adam and I because we're business partners
we
to
work
some
together.
degree, right?
Yeah.
So like we're kind of forced to see each other, but even if we weren't, we'd still hang out and see each other and
Exactly.
fucking chill. So I don't know. Like it's kind of. It's just.
I don't know, because most of my long-term friends are friends. I only have one long-term friend that I met outside of the years leading up to the end of high school. So if you're talking about a lot of people that have long-term friends, they tend to be friends that they met in schooling, right, up to high school. And then afterwards, it's more difficult to meet people and make friends on that level that you would have when you're the struggle together in school and you're seeing each other every single day, and it's easier to build friendships in the schooling environment than it is in adult life. So is one. I've just got one. And even then it was in university. It was Hun. I met in university, my first year, first class, first week. And I met several people that I was friends with during university, but Hun was the only one that I was friends with long term and still friends with today. But and the difference is between he and the other people, it was interests. I had a lot of friends in university that were just more into things that I wasn't really into. We could hang out, have a beer, have a conversation, chill, watch something, whatever. But at the end of the day, there wasn't enough crossover in interests that there was enough reason for us to get together more often to have that turn into something that was more of a long-term friendship.
Yep.
And you'll know, you tend to know when somebody ends up being kind of a long-term friend, when you can go like 6 months without seeing them, you see them again, you pick up right where you left off.
Yep.
And it's whatever. And then sometimes you think that you know somebody that's a friend that's like that, and then you don't, and then you see them, and it's awkward as fuck.
Yep.
And then you realize, oh, okay, maybe not.
Time has passed.
I
don't really know who you are anymore.
Yeah, and it doesn't work
Oh,
out.
you've got 4 kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's, and everyone tends to have at least 1 or 2 of those types of long-term friendships show up. Some people, it takes a long time to get to that point. You're just late in life. Other people have it, in a smaller town like we grew up in, easier to hold on to people long-term because it's just kind of the way that small towns work.
Yep.
My grandmother, who's still alive, just 2 or 3 years ago, lost her best friend, who was obviously also old as fuck. And they were friends for over 80 years.
Wow. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's a very long time.
So that happens, and it happens for everyone at different times. So describing it, it's not really any different than if it's not really any different than a short-term friendship. It's just the difference between a long-term friendship and a short-term friendship tends to be, does something click there that when you're away for long periods of time and you come back that everything just picks up again? And you sometimes never know until that happens.
Until it happens. So you get there and you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
This just feels like we're back in high school and we're just playing some video games chilling.
Yeah. So that's kind of the difference. Hard to explain. It's kind of it's similar to any relationship, whether it's a friend or another relationship.
Yeah. I also think what makes a strong friendship is being able to call each other out on the bullshit or just being real with people, but in a way that's like loving too. That's not like, you're a complete fucking twat. Like, what the fuck? Because when you do that, that's what. But I think you know who your real friends are when they're there for you when you're down.
They're not fair day friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, and just people that is somebody that you can talk to. And I only have, really, I think really 2 friends, Adam and another guy that I could literally tell my life and feel comfortable in doing so, and also feel comfortable being judged, but in a loving way. So everybody else in my life, no, there's certain things I wouldn't tell them, or there's no certain things I wouldn't want to share. But I also think like when you find a friend that you can talk to like that, that usually means you're in it for the long haul with each other. It's a relationship, but just not a homo one, just a friend homo relationship.
No, none of those.
It's a bromance.
None of those unenthusiastic hand jobs.
No.
We still have to somehow work in The Last Samurai.
That's right. Yes. We got to do that before this kid shows up, bro.
Exactly. We got to make that happen. We got to do sushi,
dude.
Into
Last Samurai. Well, we ought to do it probably this weekend or early next week because bro,
time is running out.
Yes,
time is running out.
No, we legitimately need to do that.
We'll figure that out.
Yes,
we'll figure that out.
Dude, speaking of sushi, I went and I had sushi 2 days ago.
How was it, bro?
So there's a sushi joint that I go to, Happy Health. And when you go there, there's a lunchtime and a dinner time menu. Both sort of the same thing, all you can eat. You get a stamp every time you go. So each time I go, it's like 17 or 18.52 or something. I just give them $20 for lunchtime. So you can go there anytime between 11. I think it starts at 11 a.m. till 2:30 in the afternoon. So I usually get there around 1 o'clock. I do my all you can eat. I get my stamp. So if you eat there 10 times, you get a free meal, right? So I usually get.
Does that count for their dinners too?
You have to do it on a dinner card. So there's 2 different cards.
Oh, okay. So
there's one for there's one for dinner and one for lunch.
I was going to say because they have sashimi for dinner, but they don't have sashimi for lunch.
Exactly. So the dinner one is a little bit more expensive than the lunch one. I think the dinner one is like $24.
They also have tuna on the dinner menu.
They have tuna. You can get tuna on the lunch.
Tuna sashimi?
You can't get sashimi though. Yeah. That's where they get you. So anyway. I had my card filled, and I usually get 1 card filled every 6 weeks or so, 5 weeks. So I go about 10 times. I say I go about 10 times every 5 weeks.
Once every couple weeks, you're basically going in.
Oh, dude, I'm going in like once or twice a week.
Yeah, once or twice a week.
So that's like my thing.
Yeah.
So I had a free meal up. So I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to get some sushi. I was holding on to this for like 4 days, 5 days.
Waiting for the day that you wake up hungry.
Dude, I woke up starving.
That's
So
the day
like
you want.
the night before, it was midnight. I finished streaming, did some voiceover stuff, went up to bed, and Kayla and I mean, Kayla's been eating like crazy, right? She's carrying for
It's
two.
the last month.
She's been getting the munchies. She's been eating.
Baby wants it.
So a lot of the times, Kayla and I will like grab a snack and we'll have something in bed. So she ended up bringing up something, and and she brought up some ramen noodles, and she's like, "You want anything?" And sometimes I'd eat some noodles because we still stay up for about an hour and a half, watch Netflix and chill. And I was like, "Nah," because in the back of my mind, I knew I had to pass, and I was kind of hungry.
The plan.
I was kind of hungry, so I was like, "Nah, I'm good." She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good." So I woke up in the morning. Starving, like I mean, starving. Kayla gets out of. She's been sleeping in the guest room, so she gets up. She usually comes into the room by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm usually out of bed by around 10:30 is when I'm like crawling out of bed. So she comes in at 10 o'clock. She's like, "I'm making some breakfast. You want any bacon and eggs?" And usually I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take some bacon and eggs." But I said, "Nah, I'm good." All right, so I skipped.
The restraint.
I said, "Nah, I'm good."
Saving it.
So I go downstairs. I take a shower. I go downstairs. I do some voiceover stuff for about 2 hours. It's 1 o'clock. I'm saying I'm going to get some sushi. So I get in the Jeep, and I drive down to the sushi place. I get in there. I got my card in my wallet. Sit down. I order. I get my miso soup to start.
Always.
I got some shrimp tempura.
I'm a veggie tempura guy myself. Sweet
Okay.
potato.
Oh, that's what it was. It was sweet potato and shrimp.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, they mix it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get 2 pieces of sweet potato, deep fried, and 1 long
With the
extra
shrimp.
shrimp. So I get that. Then I get 9 pieces of salmon nigiri.
Yes, you're basically describing the menu that I had every
3
for years.
pieces of red snapper nigiri.
Okay. Okay.
And then I got 1 roll of tuna avocado.
You went to California.
And then I went to hand roll, shrimp, deep fried shrimp tempura,
Okay.
hand rolls.
Okay.
So I got 2 of those. Dude,
You crushed it.
dude,
You crushed it.
I could cry right now. I could shed a tear for how amazing of an experience. Dude, I'm telling you, like, sometimes I love sushi so much that sometimes I'll go to sushi like not even hungry. And I'll just go there and just eat and force myself to eat it. But when you're hungry,
Oh, dude.
and it was just made so right, like the pieces of salmon were just perfectly cut, and it was like they weren't too big, they weren't too small.
not too much rice.
Not too much rice. That's
which is
the worst.
Like the Wasabi House's problem.
Yes, that is a serious problem with the Wasabi House. Not too much rice. It was fresh, like it just it was
It all
a
lined up.
religious experience, man. My mouth is watering just thinking
And
about.
this is for some mediocre ass sushi. Too.
Yeah, and like this
isn't
isn't even the fucking
This is
cream of the
just-
crop.
No, this is just a couple
This
of,
is just
like-
cream.
This is just Chinese people that run a sushi joint that do a decent job.
Yes, at a very affordable
At a good
rate.
price. Yes, yeah.
Dude, it was, and then when I was finished done eating this shit, and I went up to the counter, and she said, it's $18.76. And I pulled out my wallet, and I grabbed a free card, and I gave it to her, and she said, "Thank you, have a good day." And I grabbed 2 candies out of the dish, and
Those
I walk
dollar
out.
store candies.
God fucking damn it, bro. My day peaked at that moment.
all
As soon as
downhill.
I left the door,
All downhill.
it was just down. The day went downhill. But I'm telling you, for the 25, 30 minutes I was in there, it was a religious experience, man. It was probably one of the best sushi experiences I've had in probably 2 to 3 years.
The nice thing about that place is that because it's run by a bunch of Chinese folks, is that they're not trying to do it super fancy.
No.
They've got the basics there.
Yes.
They
know
do
what
the
to
basics well.
Yeah.
They don't charge you a fortune.
Nope.
And they also don't give you, any kind of worm or
Nope.
any kind of food poisoning.
They don't fuck you up.
They don't fuck you up.
And trust me, I would know by now.
Yeah, you would have been sick
I'd be
many
dead.
times over.
I'd be dead. I'd literally be dead. That's how I literally keep the power on. I go in there, and the dude that makes he's the older guy.
He knows you now.
He just makes my shit. He just starts it, dude. I sit down. They come with me with a big glass of water and a huge fucking bowl of ginger. No wasabi, just ginger.
Oh, the ginger,
they come
man.
on, they slap it on the table, and within, I shit you not, 60 seconds, my whole order's in front of me. And it could be jam-packed. I mean, the whole fucking place is packed. There's one table, I'm sitting down. There's 50 people in front of me. The guy cuts everybody, makes my shit, it's in front of me, and I'm eating within T-minus 3 minutes.
Go.
They treat me like gold there, and they deserve my money.
Let's go.
I keep the power on, and they respect that shit. Fuck yeah, Happy Healthy. Bro, if I could invest into that motherfucker, if I could start a chain of them bitches,
Oh, man.
I'd do it, man. Let's go.
Don't chain it. They've got Happy Healthy is one of those places you start chaining it, the quality going to go down.
Dude, I found out they have a chain of, so they have that, and they have a daycare, of all things. They have a Happy Healthy daycare. Yeah. The Happy Healthy is like
the brand is expanding.
The brand has expanded. Fuck the daycare. Just give me the goddamn sushi. It's fire.
Oh my God.
For $20, all you can eat. Go there starving.
Bro, you're going to need a daycare pretty soon.
Yes.
You bring Kai to the daycare and then go have Happy Healthy sushi.
Boom. Drop the kid off and go have sushi.
Yes.
It's a win-win. Take my money, Happy Healthy. Take my money. One more. What else we got?
Fuck. That's actually pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
But, man, I could, definitely, if we can swing it, got to get into that Happy Healthy sushi.
We have to get a dinner, though, because we need the sushimi in our lives.
No, I'm even just good for the lunch.
You good
I'm
for the lunch?
I'm good for the lunch, bro.
Okay.
I mean, I like me some tuna, sashimi, but I can live with salmon.
Okay.
I'm not fussy.
Okay.
And then
Last Samurai
last fucking
on a 65-inch OLED.
samurai.
That's what we need in our lives.
I'm gonna imagine
And
that
beer
you
juice.
finally paid the money to have that $6,000 TV tuned, but I know it isn't.
You
but I'm gonna
imaginally
tell myself,
wrong.
I'm gonna tell myself that it happened.
Yeah. Oh, I did it, Adam. Don't worry. It's calibrated.
I'm gonna tell myself.
It's calibrated.
But goddamn. Yeah. I go in. Hun and I went in once a week, all through university. He'd come up to my house. He'd wake me up because I was always asleep still. He said, "Get the fuck up. We're going to sushi." All right, get up. We go to sushi. Drive me. I was still asleep. Get there. Wake up. And the order was almost identical. It was miso into 9 salmon nigiri with tempura sweet potato. And if I was still hungry, I would literally... salmon was the most expensive thing at lunch. Hun and I ordered nothing but salmon nigiri.
You got your money's worth.
That was it. We milked them dry.
They were
There was no
salty.
red snapper. Anything. One day I did red snapper and mackerel for fun. And then I said no.
Yeah, never again.
Never again. It's all
I did
salmon
it once. I
nigiri.
gave you guys an out once.
Now it's all it's
getting back on the
sweet
expensive
potato, miso, and as much salmon nigiri as my body will allow me to put in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the show. And then of course the ginger, the pickled ginger is
Fire.
you can get that at Sobeys, bro. Did you know this?
I did not know.
Well, now you do. It's expensive, but it's available.
I think Kayla brought home some at one point, but it didn't last too long. Because that's our problem is we eat a lot. Kayla and I are both ginger eaters when we eat sushi.
Oh, I love ginger
We don't
so
do
much.
wasabi at all. And we just ginger the fuck. I lay a piece of ginger on top of the. on top.
Really?
Yeah. So like I know you're supposed to
It's a
eat it,
palate
and then you're
cleanser.
supposed to have the ginger after. But I lay it on top of the sushi and I eat it with it, so I get the crunch, the ginger taste, the salmon, the rice. My mouth, it's literally watering right now just thinking about how fucking fire the shit is, bro.
It's good. Yeah, I don't put.
You mix the wasabi and the soy sauce, right?
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
I put just a dab across. There's wasabi already underneath the fish, between the fish and the rice.
Yes.
Just a little line of that sweet soy sauce and wasabi mix on the top. Just dab. Have a bite, and then in between every couple of bites, couple pieces of ginger to cleanse the palate because it cuts the fat in your mouth. And then you move on to the next piece, and it's like starting from scratch all over again. Your palate doesn't get fatigued. If you eat too much of it in a row, then your mouth starts to get tired of it. So you toss in that ginger. Well, it's because you're putting ginger on top. That's why.
I always ginger it.
But if you're at a sushi place, that's what you do. You eat that ginger in between when you're doing next courses of different fish. Use the ginger, cleanse your palate.
You start fresh.
And you start all over again.
Ha! I feel bad for people that don't like sushi, or I even feel worse for people that refuse to try it because it's raw fish. You just got to try it, guys. You just got to try it.
Pretty much all pretty much all sushi grade fish has been flash frozen to kill bacteria.
Yes. Yeah, you're fine.
Unless you're going to some shady fucking locations.
Unless you go to your gas station.
Which definitely exists.
Yes. Oh, you can have bad sushi.
You can fuck up.
I think I've had bad sushi once.
Then again, I mean, I've had people get food poisoning at like regular ass chain restaurants.
That's definitely happened.
So,
you go to a fucking chain. You go to like I don't know, whatever is out there, fucking Boston Pizza, and you get a chicken something, and they didn't cook it all the way or whatever, and you're fucked. You know, you're absolutely wrecked. So it can happen anywhere, but sushi's fire. Sushi is fire.
I'm gonna refresh this page to see if there's any other questions that came in. If not, then that's the show.
Yeah, I think
the cream. Na, 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 na. Here's a good one to end it. This one just came in the midst of all this.
All right.
This is specifically for you.
Okay.
Coming in from Cyclonics.
All right.
Said, hey, Jeff.
Yes.
You score a voiceover gig on Dragon Ball. Life's already made. The catch is that you're doing Yamcha. In or out? Let us hear a small sample of your Yamcha impersonation.
I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
Of course you are, because you're doing Dragon Ball.
Oh, man.
Let's be honest. Yamcha is the real hero of Dragon Ball.
Man.
Wolfang Fist.
What? How would I?
I don't even know. I can't even remember how he sounds
Yamcha
anymore.
sounds. I think he's more of like a.
He's a generic bro dude.
Yeah, he's like. Oh man, there's no way I'm fighting Cell, guys. I don't know if we should go. We're gonna die.
And you're gone. There you go.
That's my Yamcha.
You go in, you give your Wolfang Fist. Give me your Wolfang Fist.
Wolfang Fist!
And then you die. And that's Yamcha's life cycle. Shows up, says some bro shit, gets killed.
That's it.
And that's the show.
Yamcha is a bro. He is a bro.
He's the bro.
He's not even a cool bro either.
No,
like, he's just like the fucking guy that's there. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Just stop talking.
Just
why
stop
are you still talking?
Like, why are you even here, bro? Because he's Yamcha.
Because he's Yamcha. And they need to have Yamcha, and they need to have Krillin, and they need to have
I take Krillin over Yamcha any day.
True.
Any day.
Then you have Tien, and they need to have friggin'
Chaozu
to show how strong everyone else is.
Exactly.
It's like when girls go clubbing and they bring an ugly friend.
Oh, that's the worst.
Which happens.
Oh, it definitely happens.
The girls are out there going, man, I'm only like a 7, but if I bring Suzanne, then I'm going to be like a fucking 9.5. So I'm just going to bring that to the club.
The real question is, ladies, are you the ugly friend?
Are you the Susan or are you?
Which one are you? Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it while we take an intermission until next week, where possibly there's a child here or not.
Yeah.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.